Hello, I'm Robin Henning, and welcome to another Exchange Life Nugget of Truth. How many of you have ever used the phrase, you just gotta believe, or you just have to have faith? Is that all it really takes? Seriously. I think there's a bigger question here that we have to wrestle with, and that question is, who is the object of your faith? I can say I have faith that the Phillies are going to win their division and make the playoffs. Not really. And the Eagles are going to win the Super Bowl. Seriously? What's the problem with this? See, I've put my faith in fragile human beings, and that's no good at all. You see, faith is only as good or as powerful as the object of our faith. In Mark chapter 10, we meet a dude with no name. He's only known as Bartimaeus, the son of Timaeus. He's never referred to by his given name. Was he that much of a messed up dude that no one would even speak his name or even ask what his name is? In his request to Jesus to regain his sight, we know that the fact that he asked to regain it means that he at some point had it and then lost it. So perhaps he was deemed as so sinful that God took his sight to punish him, and folks treated him as scum because of it. It's clear that people don't like him. I mean, he's treated rudely when he cries out to Jesus. He's sitting along the road, he hears a horde of people coming, he asks, hey, what's happening? And he says, and they tell him Jesus of Nazareth is on the way. And so he cries out, Son of David, have mercy on me. And then they get on his case, and who is the son of Timaeus to speak to Jesus? So they tell him to shut up. Shut up, you wretch. You know, his culture, perhaps even his own family, deem him as useless since he lost his sight. All he can do is sit there with his cloak spread out and catch some coins if they happen to be tossed his direction. That's it. Perhaps even his own family stripped him of his name. Perhaps his father says, get out of here, son of mine. We don't know. All of this is speculation on my part, and trust me, I want to track this guy down when I get to the heavenly realms and find out. I want to hear more of his story. But we do know that when he cries out for mercy, he uses a messianic title. He says to Jesus, he refers to him as the Son of David. That is an explicitly messianic statement, a messianic title. It is Bartimaeus' dude's declaration of faith. And faith always gets heard by Jesus. So Jesus responds to him and says, hey, come here. And they tell him, hey, Jesus is calling for you. So what's he do? He takes his cloak and he tosses it aside. He knows he ain't going to need it anymore. He's not going to need it anymore. So that the only thing he had that was useful to him, his cloak, he tosses aside. Another act of incredible faith. So he approaches Jesus, and Jesus asks him, hey, what do you want me to do for you? And he simply asks, I just want to see again. I want to regain my sight. Now notice this. Jesus doesn't spit in his eyes. He doesn't make mud, put it on his eyes. He doesn't even touch him. He just speaks. He doesn't need to touch him. I believe it's very likely all those different interactions that Jesus had with these folks was to inspire faith. Dude had enough faith. His testimony was enough. Son of David, have mercy. Have mercy. What would you like me to do? I want to regain my sight. He doesn't say if you can or if you'd like. I want to regain my sight. And Jesus just speaks it and says, done. Go. Faith has made you well. What's the first person he sees? Jesus. Is that awesome? Or what? First person he sees again, after having lost his sight, is Messiah. Faith unleashes Jesus' power in us and through us, beloved. Just like it did for this dude who's going to have a marvelous name in the heavenly realms. Beloved, simple faith is so powerful when Jesus is the object of your faith. Beloved, only believe. All things are possible for him who believes in Jesus. I hope this encourages you. I hope you have a blessed week in Jesus. We'll see you next time.